Thank you for tuning in to the BizNation podcast. My name is Kerry Zarb, and I've been helping business owners just like you go from headache to heaven in a heartbeat for over 20 years. I'll be giving you all the top advice for getting started in your business, but I'll also be speaking with some of the best business minds to inspire you with valuable insights to help you get ahead in your business. If you've ever hit a roadblock or lost your passion, then this is the podcast for you. Welcome to the BizNation podcast. I'm Kerry and this is episode 52. Under normal circumstances, that could mark 12 months of podcasting. But I've got a little confession to make. I accidentally dropped a few extra episodes in 2020, so we're pretty close to the anniversary now. BizNation's official birthday is the 10th of May, and I can't wait to reach this milestone. I think I'm going to bake a cake, maybe even blow out a candle and share some of that on social media just to mark this occasion, because 1 year of podcasting, it doesn't sound like a lot, but for me that seems amazing. And considering I started the podcast without even a thought process in mind of how far this was going to go, I'm pretty excited that we're reaching that 1 year anniversary. Enough of me reminiscing, on to today's show. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Thank you for joining me on my first return to solo episodes. I got to say, I missed you guys. I missed having these little conversations, so I've decided to bring them back. I fell off the rails a little bit at the end of 2020 and coming into 2021, and basically I've had so many amazing people reach out to me to be on the show that it got kind of hectic there for a while, so I've decided to switch it up to dropping 2 shows a week and giving myself the opportunity to come back and share some great hints or tips or hacks with you guys as I used to do. So thanks for tuning in, and it's great to be back. Today we're going to talk about the very beginning of starting your business, but starting your business right. What I want to talk to you about is when you register your business name and how it's really important to start thinking beyond just the business name. Another aspect I'll touch on is domain names, and I spoke about that in episode 29. So if you want to know more about domains or websites, check out episode 29. That's a deeper dive into that space. But when you start your business, it's a really interesting time. It's filled with so much excitement and this massive energy that you're going to embark on this amazing journey. Something that I wanted to highlight, it's a really key component to when we start our business, and it often gets overlooked, is that we want to be making sure that we're starting the business correctly, and one of the key aspects is securing our business name. When you first register for an ABN, this is a free Australian business number and can be obtained from abr.gov.au. It's a really simple online process to complete. And then what happens is from there, after you've got your ABN, you can think about registering a business name. But it's a really important part of the journey of starting our business, because when you decide to register your business name, it's to secure your business name using ASICS Connect, but also at the same time, you really should be considering your social media presence. Again, stepping into the domain name space just to get that brand consistency, because what you want to do is have your brand represented in all spaces in the same name, in the same presence, and really, secure that brand position for your business in the early stages. I have actually encountered since, I did this, I actually made this mistake myself, and I've actually encountered others in business that are, still actually making these mistakes today. It seems that potentially there's not a real guide online that's highlighting how important this can be and how much we can kick ourselves later on if we haven't done this. You see, what happens is between the .gov spaces here in Australia and the social media spaces, putting it bluntly, social media is not regulated by our .gov buddies, and it doesn't protect our names. The other aspect, like I said before, to consider is your domain name, whether it's a .com or a .com.au. I encourage you to do all of this at the same time. Honestly, like if you can actually picture opening ASICS Connect, Facebook, GoDaddy, wherever you're kind of hanging out, you might even want to open LinkedIn, Instagram, all of those places that you want to turn up. And even if you don't end up using them, secure them anyway. This is another really important part because you don't know if you're going to go on Facebook and potentially not find your audience. You might end up discovering that your audience resides on LinkedIn, So if you actually do this well from the start, you're available to then hop into those platforms under your brand name and really have that message well sent. You can be found. You've got the same colours and branding and logos in all those spaces to really stand out. And it means that if your audience is on Facebook and is on LinkedIn, likewise, visiting your website, it all just makes sense. The whole picture's painted correctly and you'll be easily identified in other platforms as well. So again, going back, I highly encourage anyone starting a business, open it all at the same time. If you've got your business name in mind and you're on ASICS Connect and you're searching, doing your registration of your business name and it comes up with the green ticks, just head on over to Facebook and open up Facebook and see if that same name is available there, because what I've found actually happens is people from other countries have obtained those names, and once someone's got that name on Facebook, that's it, you can't have it. Then you start making compromises, you start altering the last word of the business name or you add additional words, and it just really dilutes your business branding. And ideally, if you can avoid it, we really want everything to look the same from the start. So there are ways to actually make up for that later on if you have already registered your business name and found on a social platform that name is taken. You can use the little dots between your name if you've got multiple words in your name. You can use underscores, and sometimes you can add something onto the end. If it was Betty's business and Betty was a coach, you could put, if she's registered as Betty's business, and then you put Betty's business coach. But again, it's not ideal and it's not the way we probably want to turn up. And I guess what I'm really getting to is if you need to start making those compromises, it's going to weigh on you and it's probably going to impact, the experience for your customers, potential clients. And again, that searchability, being able to find someone and say, this is my social name on all of the platforms. It makes life so easy later on, whether that's in media, podcasting, any kind of branding that you want to turn up on and have those things. You might have a bio, and if you can just simply put, search for me by this name in all the places, you're always going to show up and it'll make life and experience for people a lot more better. So I highly encourage you, if you're listening to this episode and you're thinking about starting a business, and even if you know someone that's looking to start a business, share this episode with them to get this message across, because I think it's really important that we have our brand well secured, start our business on the right foot, and look forward to amazing times ahead. The other aspect that I also want to highlight is that the legalities of a name and a branding and a presence is by securing it yourself from the start. You just avoid any of those messy spaces as well, and you don't have to worry about legal issues or whether you want to try and legally obtain your name on another platform. Just avoid that wherever you possibly can. So again, I emphasize, registering your business name, grabbing your social handles all at the same time, just to really elevate your brand presence, be searchable, be found and be present as the brand that you want to be known as. Thanks so much for joining me today. Just a short episode just to bring that message home to anyone. Again, if you know someone starting a business, please feel free to share this episode with them. And guys, I really look forward to the next solo episode. I'm going to keep doing these conversations once again, and I will chat to you very soon. Thank you for tuning in to the BizNation podcast. It was lovely to share this episode with you. Remember to subscribe to catch all future episodes, and I'd also very much love it if you'd leave me a rating or a review. Until next time, remember that you can also go from headache to heaven in a heartbeat.